So this guy has been sentenced to be unalived by hanging for butchering his girlfriend into pieces because he thought she was cheating on him. So the day was 12th of January 2025 when this guy was caught with a human head. The young man, Timilehin, a resident of an area in Abuja, was seen carrying a bag who was trailed by so much flies. It looked so suspicious because he hadn't been seen in that kind of form before. So people trailed him and followed him and saw him going to a deserted place. So they confronted him after stopping him and asked to see the content of the bag. They overpowered him and got to see it was a human head. After so much beating and the arrival of security operatives, they now got this information from him. Apparently, the head was the head of his girlfriend. According to him, he killed her in self-defense. They had an argument and she was trying to stab him, but in self-defense, he stabbed her back. But you would think that a person who kills someone in self-defense will immediately be shocked at the sight of what had happened and rushed her to a hospital. So at least check if she's alive, resuscitate her. It's someone you love. It's not just some random person. But when he was asked, he doesn't even know where she stayed. He doesn't really know much about her. And people started suspecting that this was a ritual kill. He stabbed her multiple times, turned himself into a butcher and his room into a slaughterhouse. He cut her from limb to limb, decapitating every part of her body for easy disposal. And when he was taken back to his apartment, lo and behold, the remaining parts of her body were still there with fresh blood. He doesn't really know her friends. He doesn't know where she's from. Barely has any details about her. But we follow his public profile. You see, about 4 years ago, he was a gospel artist. He even looked clean. He probably was just tired of waiting for God's time and decided to take things into his own hands. Earlier in this year, he put out a video where he said, "Nobody can stop you. It's your time to make it. Only you can stop you." He was just probably tired of stopping himself and took matters into his own hands to make quick cash because he quit gospel music about 4 years ago. Currently, his TikTok profile says he is a cinematographer, a photographer, a content creator, and a songwriter. So updates on the story. Apparently, he had invited her earlier that day. He said he didn't have money for her to come, but she said she will manage like that since there will be food at least. He bought her Indomie and then confronted her on her cheating. And she said she was not cheating, so he brought out evidences of X-rated chats apparently of she chatting other guys. He got furious. So she started begging and he accepted and said she should get into the bedroom. That was when the real thing happened. He brought her a cutlass, held her neck, pressed her to the ground, and then macheted her. When asked about the incident, he said he had no regrets and was not afraid of the law. He did what he thought was right in his own senses and was ready to pay the price. He was asked what work he does and he responded saying he trades cryptocurrency. The girl's full name is Salome Adaidu and her uncle and other family members including her sister were at the station to demand justice. When they got to his house, he was fully prepared for what he had done. He had different types of knives, he had different types of bath where he stores it, like someone who was into organ trafficking or someone who was keeping the body for meat. And he had also duped churches inclusive. So maybe he wasn't really a gospel artist, he was just doing that as a front to deceive and defraud churches. The remaining part of the body were cut into about 50 pieces and distributed into about 16 poly bags. May the soul of the departed rest in peace. So further updates on the case, today 26th of June 2025, he has been sentenced to by hanging. At some point during the trial, there were videos of him praying, saying he has repented. I don't know what's going to happen to him. So the question is, do you think this case should be appealed because he said he has repented? Let me know your thoughts.